All right, back at it. Part 7, post concert. This one is Keep Talking.
Keep talking.
Let's do it. Don't hold me back. Strong to
For millions of years, mankind lived just like the animals. And something happened, which unleashed the power of our imagination. We learned to talk.
There's a silence surrounding me. I can't seem to think straight. I'll sit in the corner. No one will bother me. I think I should speak now. I want you to talk to me, but I can't seem to speak now. You never talk to me. My words won't come out right. What are you thinking? I feel like I'm drowning. What are you feeling? I'm feeling weak now.
Got the lyrics for that?
Of course.
I need to see the lyrics for that one, bro. I gotta see the lyrics for that, bro. Cause it's a lot I'm thinking about the interpretation.
So, wow. The intro for this is made by Stephen Hawking.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. For millions of years, mankind lived just like the animals. Then something happened which unleashed the power of our imagination. We learned to talk. So then there's a silence surrounding me. I can't seem to think straight. I sit in the corner and no one can bother me. I think I should speak now. Why won't you talk to me? I can't seem to speak now. You never talk to me. My words won't come out right. What are you thinking? I feel like I'm drowning. What are you feeling? I'm feeling weak now. Why won't you talk to me? But I can't show my weakness. You never talk to me. I sometimes wonder, what are you thinking? Where do we go from here? What are you feeling? Then it goes back to that interlude from Stephen Hawking. It doesn't have to be like this. All we need to do is make sure we keep talking.
Wow.
It's very interesting because, Stephen Hawking isn't that the dude that talks on the computer thing? So it's crazy that it's like, uh, especially when I think about modern times right now, as society has gotten more technologically advanced, like, speaking doesn't really happen
Mm.
too much just in person. You know what I'm saying? As far as like right now, it's just most people are glued to the screens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean this verse now kind of speaks to exactly those kind of insecurities that people have. What am I feeling right now? I don't really know how to say. I don't know what to say or like how to express myself. And I guess the answers are in those ad libs. Like, what are you thinking? What do you feel right now? It's almost like uh how in the first part it says that uh the thing that opened our imagination was our ability to speak to each other. And now since in that we've opened our imagination up so much, kind of one of the traps that we fell into is taking that away. That's
Wow.
crazy.
It's crazy, bro. I love the part when the women came through.
Oh my God.
That shit sound like church.
Man, you know what it really sound like to me? You seen Lion King 2?
Mm-hmm.
That deception, disdain. Yes, but trouble the moment you get.
Mm-hmm.
That one, that song right there. That's what that whole song kind of gave me. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
bro.
one is.
Gilmore a bad boy, man. And
He
to
don't
me,
play.
how I interpret it too is like when I was listening to it, like it was like they was expressing a disconnection. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With the self, the
Mm.
the primordial self. You
Mm.
know, the self that we all can relate to before language, before words.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Stephen Hawking in the intro. He says it. He says, for millions of years, mankind lived just like the animals. Then something happened which unleashed the power of our imagination. We learned to
Mm-hmm.
talk. So it's kind of ironic that learning how to talk made humans more disconnected from each other. Because
Mm-hmm.
now we have a disconnect with words,
Mm-hmm.
perception,
Mm-hmm.
uh, language is a barrier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we could be saying the same thing, but because we have these forms that we put into words and talking, now we have a disconnect. We don't even know what we're saying no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's really ego at this point.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's really ego at this point. This song just paints a pretty picture, you know what I mean, of that connection.
Mm-hmm.
A loss of connection. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the pleading out to something higher or to God or to the soul
Mm-hmm.
of wanting that connection back.
Mm.
You know, like that union back with
Mhm.
the self, bro. Because the self we can all agree on, the primordial self speaks in silence, bro. It don't even talk.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I love how even when it was asking, like, why aren't you talking to me, expressing itself, it kept saying, what are you feeling? You know
Mhm.
what I mean? What are you thinking?
I think the the this is just a way I'm thinking about it. I'm going back to when he's using that talk box,
Mm-hmm.
and to me, that's almost like it feels like a robotic soul crying out. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if we got so glued to the technology and disconnected from the human aspect of language and communication,
Yeah.
uh, I think it kind of makes us like a robot in a sense. And so this is like the breaking out or the crying out to, like, and all of that. Come on now, anytime that man touch that guitar on a solo, that's it, soul crying out right there.
That's
So
what I was, bro. That's what I was thinking when he did that part. I said, bro, that sounds like the soul crying out, like it crying out, like expressing, like, hey, like talk to me, listen to me, at
mhm.
least, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it was beautiful, and you know how they had put that, you know how they painted that picture in form of music. Super beautiful, bro. When
Mhm.
he got on that talk box, I said, wow. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Man, bro.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
that was next level.
yeah, bro.
That
Gilmore
was
at the
next level.
shit. That dude, that shit. I don't know about putting anybody over him.
That's what I'm saying. He might be the GOAT. He might be the
Nah,
greatest of all time, man.
nah. He is the GOAT, bro.
He might be the greatest of all time. And
Bro,
this
that
is the other thing I love. As everybody took their solos or whatever. I think a lot of musicians get caught up in like the complexity of what they play.
yeah.
They play things that are, mm, I would say, technically simple,
Mm.
but
Like
you know
they
what I'm
like
saying.
stay in a box,
Not
not
even,
in a box, but
you know what I'm saying. But it's not as flashy. You know what I'm saying, as a nigga that just go out there and
so it's
go.
not in a box. It's very like
It's controlled.
political
Yeah,
type
you
shit.
know
You
what
know
I'm
what I mean?
saying?
Is
It's control. I don't want to. It's not control because it's very free. but it's still just
Mm,
there's a simple complexity in it's just like wind blowing, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's like, it's a breeze,
you
you
know
know
what
what
it's
I'm
doing.
saying? But it's so well put in what this is. It's like I can get,
Okay.
you know what I'm
So you
saying?
basically like so his shit basically like formless. You can't put a form
Yeah,
into it. You can't really put a form into it, but
exactly,
it's still very musical structured,
exactly.
like a organized chaos.
Like I don't have it's like, for example, it's very like, for us, we not flashy.
Facts.
We just there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As opposed to where somebody else might have to come through with the jewels, with all the, da 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 to make it
Yeah.
seem, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I see that. It's just like it's very just, I don't wanna say plain, but it does a whole lot with just
Hmm.
being.
Yeah. I see
You
what
know
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying? It's that's one of the main things that I've started to really recognize and enjoy with Pink Floyd is that in itself. I saw one of the comments said he could squeeze so much out of just one note.
So they give you a lot with a little.
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly.
So they use one thing and they push it to its limits and then break the limit.
It's like pound cakes, simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus the triple chocolate fudge cheese with the, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Gotta put everything on
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
to make, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of, it sound nice, da da da, but it don't flow the same.
It don't
It's
flow the
just,
same.
you know?
It's doing too much.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
doing too much.
Exactly. Exactly. Um,
I know exactly what you're saying. That requires a level of mastery
yeah,
and being comfortable with yourself
yeah,
and knowing who you are.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And of course,
I
just
mean
in
that's
the
just like a
songs that they're
level.
making, you already know that.
That shit coming from the soul directly. It's
Hmm.
being channeled as a union, first of all, amongst each other, performing it. So that's like a fucking that's like a brotherhood in itself.
Hmm.
You know what I
Nobody's
mean?
trying to nobody feels the need to outdo each other.
And they let David rock out.
Come on, man.
Bro, can you imagine being part of a group with David Gilmour and you jealous? You know how crazy that is? Bro, that's like a nigga being on the team and he jealous of Michael Jordan. I'm like, bro, Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan,
We getting
bro. You
buckets,
gotta
bro.
shit. We gonna get the ring still.
We getting buckets. What we talking about, man?
Shit, man.
Share the load, man.
Yeah.
And be glad you ain't got to carry the whole weight, man.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, that in itself is just wow.
I don't know, bro. Like, I put David Gilmour, like, from this day right now, I put David Gilmour as my top artist, musician all time because he's playing it and he's singing it. I never heard somebody do it that good, that well. Or we missing somebody? Because I'm really trying to think of somebody
And
who puts
yeah,
both.
that's why I'm quiet right now, 'cause I'm
That
trying to
do
think.
both just as good. I'm trying
I'm
to.
trying to think. I mean, you have to say Prince as one of those kind of guys.
You could say Jimi Hendrix.
You gotta say Jimmy.
You could put Jimmy in there.
But I would say overall, like you saying, that's creating the song, like lyrics, that's got the ability to play the instrument and perform it to this level of mastery and make it be felt as it is.
The
And
same as
then
vocals. If not, nah, it superseded vocals. His guitar better than vocals could ever be.
it's his own vocal.
Yeah,
It's his own
yeah.
vocal, bro. And then the performance aspect of it is just, come on, man.
Bro, you could tell he loved being David Gilmour. You could tell he loved performing, bro.
Bro,
Like him and that guitar is like one. Like he is a guitar.
and that's what I'm saying with him, bro. It's so simple, bro. He not on that whole
Sweating and shit.
and one spot giving it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh man, And that lets you know just in itself, that wise lets you know that ego for him is done.
That's a god, for sure.
You know, very comfortable in itself.
That's a god, bro.
And if we look at the journey we taking on this, I feel like he's just acquiring toys.
Facts. And let's not forget the nigga on the keys, bro, and the nigga on them drums.
God.
The dude on the keys, y'all can tell me his name, cause off the top, you know, out of
Can't remember right now.
the
Is it
dude on
Richard
the
Wright?
keys is badass too. Now let's not get it fucked up.
I think it's Richard Wright.
Let's not
That
get
might
it
be
fucked up.
drums.
That's a bad man on them keys too. He got a few keys he playing. And the drums.
Yeah, that's him. Richard Wright.
Richard Wright.
And
Shout out to Richard Wright.
Drums is Nick Mason.
Shout out to Nick Mason.
Nick Mason.
They all bad boys. Let's not give it all to David, but he the Beyonce. You know what I mean? He the Beyonce, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it is
100%.
what it is, man. But they all equally just as good, man. But somebody gotta be Beyonce in the
You know
group.
what I'm saying?
That's just how it works.
You know?
You know,
Cause
we
you
like-
can't do it without the eggs and the flour, man. But hey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is doing their thing, man. Like,
They are, bro.
And then, but the whole of everything together, the background singers when they come through, you know what I'm saying? The second man on guitar, you know, it's just it's so much that goes into.
Bro, that set is crazy. That's a crazy set, bro. Like, they was made to perform that. Like, they was born to go through life and to perform at post.
Mm-hmm.
Down to the lighting crew, down to the background singers, the drummers, the engineer, everybody, bro. And everybody who was there, man, that's a portal.
I've never even seen a stage like that.
Never.
And it's the way that everything that they need is all right. Like you said, it's several of whatever they need right there. Even the drums is, you know, usually you got the people like locked in the little screen case and stuff like that. They got them all this way, this way, this way, this way. Like, whatever we need for this moment right here.
Got
and
it.
Maybe some of that is like, you know, there's the rehearsed aspect of like, you know, what we did, what we
Of course
put together. But some of that is for, I think, that inspiration right on the moment is like, maybe I want to hear this right here, right now.
True.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I want to, you feeling it, and right now you're like, let me get that cowbell. Da, 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 whatever it is. But it's
improv, yep.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Keep talking. Pink
Keep
Floyd
talking.
been talking to me.
Let's do it.
Believe that.